What is going on, guys? Fitcho here, and welcome to a really overdue video. It's the finale to ASR Season 1, and it's been ages since I uploaded the first 20 rounds of the championship, so don't worry about going back and watching them. I'll bring you guys up to speed really quickly, but I still want to share this race with you guys, because this race was insane. This finale to the season was absolutely insane. The craziest finale I have ever seen. So, to bring you guys up to speed with how things look heading into this race at Abu Dhabi, the title fight is between myself in the McLaren and Greekmaster 99 in the Mercedes. I am sitting on 183.5 points and Greekmaster is on 180. So only 3.5 points separating us heading into the final race of the season. How I've got there over the course of the season, I've picked up 2 wins. Greek has picked up double that with 4 wins, but I have more podiums. I have 8 podiums to Greek's 5. So you can sort of see I've been a lot more consistent throughout the season, but Greek's been a bit quicker, but a bit more erratic, I guess you could say. So heading into this race, I guess the stipulations to how this goes, pretty much it comes down to who finishes ahead on track. If the fight is for the lead, it's whoever finishes first on the road. If the fight's for second or third or anywhere below that, Greek has to beat me, and I cannot be that one place directly behind him, because of course, you know, the gap between second is, you get 18 points for second and 15 for third, so if I got 15, he got 18, I'd still win by like that half a point, so I can't be directly behind him. If I'm 2 places behind him, I will lose the title. If I'm in front of him, I'll win it. If I'm directly behind him, I'll win it unless the battle is for the lead. So that sort of gives you guys a bit of an idea on what is happening as we head into this crazy finale. Qualifying did not go to plan. We qualified all the way down in 8th place, 1.1 seconds off pole position, but more importantly, half a second off our championship rival Greekmaster 99, who qualified 4 places in front of us, up in 4th place. So, heading into the race, things are looking very dire. Here we go, it is time. It's the final race of ASR Season 1. It all comes down to this. Me versus Greekmaster 99 for the championship as we slot into our grid slot. P8, not where we want to be for this Grand Prix, as here we go. We grab the clutch, the revs rise here in Abu Dhabi, the lights are on. And it's lights out, and away we go. The finale is underway. We get a decent start from 8th place on the grid as we head down towards the first corner. Can we look up the inside of Berserk in the Force India? Yes, we can. Very close to contact there as Gorsh goes very wide through turn 2 now. As we flick back to the right through turn 3 to the outside of the Force India. Oh, there's contact. We're off, and so is Greekmaster. Both of us around at turn number 3 in separate incidents. I do not believe this. The 2 title rivals have both been spun in the first 3 corners in 2 separate incidents. This is absolutely crazy, as Conrad Strait has also gone for a spin in the manner, so it looks like Greek is sitting in 17th place and myself in 18th place. Not the start to this Grand Prix that we wanted, but it also sort of is. Both of us are a long way outside of the points, and it's going to be a hard fight for both of us back into the points. And that's good for us. If neither of us can make it back into the points, that is perfect for us as another car is off. I think that was decided soggy. As now we head onto the second of the 2 DRS straights here at Abu Dhabi. Of course, no DRS because it is only lap number 1. But as you can see, Greek is starting to get a bit held up by my teammate KMP4 in the McLaren. Hopefully, those two can have a little bit of a fight and try to lose. Hopefully, my teammate can sort of help me out here a bit and help to sort of back up Greek a little bit and lose him a little bit of time, as we have closed up a fair bit onto the back of the Mercedes. But through this final sector, there really isn't any chance to pass. We just need to be patient here, as he is locking up a little bit into that tricky right-hander, as we have a lot of cars in front of us as we cut that corner a little bit and take the bollard with us, as Greek then cuts the very next corner. So we're trading corner cuts here as now we head into the final 2 corners. But as you can see, it's an absolute traffic jam in front of us as we head into the final corner to end lap number 1 of this Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. We're going to get into the slipstream of Greekmaster 99. Can we think of a move up the inside down into turn number 1? Yes, we can. Easy up the inside. He squeezes us right up onto the curb there, and he has had a little bit of a spin. We got a bit tangled on the exit, but I don't know what he was doing. I was well and truly up the inside, and he squeezed me all the way up onto the curb. And that was Gecko in the Williams getting a little bit slow. He had an incident through turn 3, so we now have a couple of cars between ourselves and Greekmaster. At least one, as there was another car off there at the hairpin. I didn't quite see who that was, as now we're in the thick of some of the slower guys in this league as well, on the back of Neon Tree Dome in the Sauber as we head down the back straight, and Curry Payne in the Haas. Can we try to sneak up the inside of the pair of them down into this tricky left-hander? No, I backed out of that, but those two have made a little bit of contact, and we get both those positions just like that, and we find ourselves all the way up into 9th place now, as our teammate is directly in front of us, but we don't know where Greekmaster 99 is right now. He is a fair way back. We got past him, crucially, into turn number 1, so right now, as it stands, we will win the championship. As now we move on to lap number 3, onto the second DRS straight. Now, as it is lap 3, DRS is enabled, as now we open up the flap in our rear wing in the slipstream of our teammate to his inside, down into the heavy braking zone. A very simple move, textbook move there, up the inside of our teammate and up into 7th place. And you will have just heard the end of a little bit of radio chatter between myself and Jeff about the strategy, and we are going to come into the pits at the end of lap number 3 for our first, what I believe is going to be a 2-stop race. We're getting rid of these old ultra soft tires that we did qualifying on yesterday, and we're going to bolt on some fresh soft tires. And now we move on to lap number 7. We're sitting in 9th place, directly behind Decided Soggy in the Toro Rosso and Tree Dome in the Sauber. And Tree Dome has had a terrible exit onto the first DRS straight, and both myself and Soggy slip past him with ease, up into 7th and 8th place respectively, and we're not quite close enough to dive up the inside of Soggy into that left-hander. We have another DRS straight at our disposal. We get a good exit off that chicane up the outside of Soggy, and just like that, we move ourselves up into 7th place. Beautiful traction off that chicane, and we get the move done before we even get onto the brakes at the end of that second DRS straight. And now we find ourselves in 7th place behind the other Toro Rosso of Customs. And now we jump a fair way into this Grand Prix, 9 laps forward, in fact, to lap 16. As you can see, the safety car is out here in Abu Dhabi on lap 16, and this timing works perfectly for us, as this was our pit lap originally for our second stop of the race, and this means we effectively get a free stop under the safety car conditions. We're going to get rid of these old soft tires and bolt on a fresh set of the soft tires. And over the last 9 laps, things have been really quiet. We've had some clean air, and we've just been able to put our head down and put in some consistent times. And right now, we find ourselves sitting in 4th place in this Grand Prix. As for Greek, I really don't know where he is at this stage of the race. And now we move on to lap number 19, and the safety car is coming in as we are sitting in 4th place, right on the back of Customs. And you've got Matt 212 in 2nd, and Quicksilver leads us back to the green flags, up to the final corner, looking up the inside of Customs. A beautiful restart there. We timed that to perfection, just sneaking up the inside of the Toro Rosso driver just as we switch back to green flag racing, and that moves us up into 3rd place, into a podium position here in Abu Dhabi. And if the race finishes as it is now, we will be crowned champion, but there is still another 8 laps to go, as it looks like Matt and Quicksilver are dicing it out in front of us for the lead. But right now, we're just going to play it safe. We're not going to get ourselves into any drama that we don't need to be in. We're not going to challenge these two in front. As long as Customs doesn't really bug us from behind, we're just going to comfortably sit here in 3rd, and hopefully go to the end of the Grand Prix. And now on to lap number 22, we have the Ferrari of Team Marduk right on our gearbox. In fact, he is going up our inside, and we don't put up any sort of a fight against the fellow Aussie there. There was no point. He is on a softer compound tyre than us on the super softs. We're on the softs, and we really need to think about the championship right now. We don't want to get into any unnecessary fights right now. At the moment, we are in a position to win the championship, and that is all that matters. I don't care where I finish in today's race, as long as I come away with the overall crown. As we get a little bit closer to the back of Ben on the brakes, and we've still got Customs just behind us to contend with, as he is lagging a little bit in this Grand Prix, so we just want to be a little bit careful around that Toro Rosso. And now we come up to the line to start lap number 25 of this Grand Prix. We have 4 laps left here in Abu Dhabi. We're still sitting comfortably in 4th place. Ben has gotten away a little bit at the front, but it looks like we can just cruise home for... Oh, the safety car is out with 4 laps to go here in Abu Dhabi, and the safety car is out. At the death of this race, the safety car just comes out to turn this race on its head. What do I do now? I'm not going to pit. There's no way I should pit with this little laps left. But where is Greek Master 99? I do not know where all the pieces fit in the puzzle right now. And this is going to make for a hectic last couple laps. Will it be? We have 2 laps left, or it will be a last lap dash. The safety car has come out very, very late. And it's going to be touch and go depending on how many laps we actually get of racing here at the end. And I've got my fingers crossed. It comes down to a 1 lap dash. I want as little laps under green flag as possible at the end of this Grand Prix. You will not believe this. Not even Arava could script this. We have a 2-lap dash to the finish, and Greek Master 99 is directly behind us. We had 20 races at 20 different racetracks and 26 laps of racing here at Abu Dhabi, and the championship is going to be decided in a 2-lap sprint to the finish. Get your popcorn, strap yourselves in. This is going to be a crazy last 2 laps. Here we go. We're about to go back to racing for the last 2 laps of the season. We're sitting in 4th, and Greek Master is directly behind us. Oh no, we've spun! We're in the wall! We've lost a bit of our front wing! No way! No, we've bottled it! As now there is absolute chaos. We're ghosting through our teammate through the final corner as we start the 2nd last lap of this race. We're up the inside of our teammate. We're going to take him and take 7th place. We now have 2 cars between ourselves and Greek Master, who's run very, very wide. And as you can see, we have a lot of damage on our front wing, red on the front right. I do not believe this. I've cracked under the pressure here in Abu Dhabi, getting onto the power, as the game release the throttle as someone is spun there. I just had too much throttle there, and the car spun as now we're diving up the inside of Gorsh. We're side by side with Gorsh Crab 124 that we can't quite make that move stick, but as you can see up ahead, I think that was Customs has made the move stick on Greek Master. So now there is only 1 car between myself and Greek, and I must pass this Force India. I will try everything. Dive up the inside at the end of the DRS straight, very aggressive, but it was not enough, not quite close enough. We have another DRS straight though. We've got the car in rich res. We're in the slipstream of the Force India, gaining ever so slightly as we head down to the heavy braking zone. We're going to have to try it again. Very late on the brakes, as late as we possibly can. Go a double lockup, and we get up the inside, but Gorsh runs it wide, cuts that little 3-part chicane, and he holds on to that position. It is getting desperate right now. We have to find a way past that Force India if we want to win this championship. We have just over 1 lap remaining. It's getting a bit scrappy there in front of us. Greek cutting a corner as I cut another one. Gorsh locking up all over the places. I missed that apex, that front wing damage, starting to cause a little bit of havoc now through the last 2 corners. We've got our teammate behind us, and I was in a party with Jason at the time, and he was not going to attack me, thankfully, so I didn't have to worry from behind at this stage unless DJ gets past him there, as now we start the final lap of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix and the final lap of the season. And as things stand right now, I am not going to win the championship. There is 1 too many cars between myself and Greek Master 99. I'm going to lose it by just 1 point. As now Jason is looking up our inside and Penske is looking up our inside, and we just squeeze him out on the apex. We have to cut that little corner, that chicane a little bit there, but I don't think that was too bad. We are not giving up any more places. We must get past this Force India. I don't want any more cars getting between myself and Greek, as now we have to worry about Penske right behind us. We head down the DRS straight for the final time in this Grand Prix. We're not close enough to challenge Gorsh down at the end of this first DRS straight, but thankfully Penske doesn't challenge us, as now through the chicane onto the second DRS straight. We have 1 overtaking opportunity left, and I'm not sure we're going to be close enough to mount an attack on the Force India. We're a long way back. We've got the car in rich res. We're in his slipstream, but we are not close enough to dive up his inside. And now we enter the final sector of the season, and there isn't really any overtaking opportunities now. I think it is done We're not going to win the title. We've bottled it right at the death. I do not believe this. I can't believe I have actually done that as Gosh runs a little bit wide there. And he's gone wide yet again. And oh, he's hit Greek Master. No way. We sneak up the inside. Greek is off the track. We're now side by side with Gosh, and Penske sneaks his way through. And now we're back in front of Greek Master. 2 corners left. Oh, we've been hit by Master Berserk. Both me and Greek are off. At the second last corner, we rejoin the track in front of Greek as he rejoins and hits Palms for the win, 87. And we're going to come across the line to win the championship. Oh my god, what a final couple of corners. I do not believe what I have just witnessed. 4 corners to go, and Gosh Crab just dive bombed Greek and pushed him off the track. I sneak up in between the two of them on the outside of Gosh, and then we're running side by side with Greek. He was slightly behind us, and then Berserk comes out the inside and pushes us both off the track. I do not believe that. I do not believe that. Oh my god, and somehow, in all that chaos, we've come out as the Season 1 champion. I do not believe that. That is absolutely crazy. I've probably just shown you another replay of those final few corners, because you need to watch that a couple of times just to fully process what actually happened there. But that absolute chaos in the final 4 corners, and somehow we came through to win the championship. So on your screens right now is the official race results. In the end, Team at Marduk actually won the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix with Matt 212 and Customs joining him on the podium, but we don't really care about the top 3. What really matters is from 4th down, where all the chaos happened at the end of that race. In the end, I came home in 4th place with Greek Master just behind me in 5th. Penske ended up in 6th place with Poms in 7th, our teammate KMP4 in 8th, Quicksilver in 9th, and Marc Amberger rounding out the top 10. Then you got Master Berserk finishing in 11th place. Of course, he was the Force India that pushed both me and Greek wide at the penultimate corner, and he got a post-race penalty for that. And just behind him is his teammate Gosh Crab in the other Force India. Of course, he's the one that dive bombed Greek into the 4th last corner and just pushing him pretty much out of the way and almost gifting me the championship right there, and then he also received a post-race penalty. So in the championship, as I've already said multiple times, I have won ASR Season 1 with 195.5 points to my name, 5.5 points more than Greek Master in the end, who finished on 190. But what a finale that was. It all kicked off right at the start, the 3rd corner. Both me and Greek spun around in separate incidents, both the championship rivals, both taken out right at the start of the Grand Prix. I could not believe that when that happened. We both fought our way back. I'm not too sure what happened in Greek's race. Mine was pretty uneventful up until that 2nd safety car came out. Then we had that 2-lap dash, and we found ourselves yet again together on the track there. I had the track position and Greek was right behind me, and getting back on the throttle, you know, the game limits your throttle when you're behind the safety car, and I was pressing it a lot to try to catch up to the car in front, and then it releases it at what seems like a random time, and it just dumped it, and it's gone from pretty much 0% or like 10% throttle, I'll say, to like 100%. Just like that, in the middle of a corner, the back has stepped out, and I've put it in the wall. I could not believe it when I did that. I was so angry at myself. I thought I had lost the title right there and then. I tried everything in the book to get back past Gosh. I dive bombed as late as I could possibly go on the brakes. I almost pulled it off twice, but it just wasn't quite enough. And then those final 4 corners, I thought it was done. I was packed up. I was just chilling, cruising to the end. I knew I wasn't going to get past in those final 4 corners, especially with the gap there was. And then that happened. I could not believe it. After the race, after those last 4 corners, I was legitimately speechless. I am very rarely speechless. That was absolutely crazy, that finale. The craziest finale I have ever seen and ever participated in. That really was something else. That was insane. Not a very clean race in the most part, but it made for an entertaining race and a very tense and chaotic one, and hopefully it made for a very good video. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I know it's very late in comparison to the rest of the first 20 races I uploaded on when this actually happened, but nonetheless, I felt with a race like that sitting on my computer unedited, I needed to upload it for you guys. Also, for ASR Season 2, we have one round left, Brazil, the final round of the season, and once that is over this weekend, I'm going to put together sort of a season review series of videos, a bit like what I did for Season 1, but I want to do it a little bit better this time and actually finish it this time. So after this weekend, I'll be putting those together between now, or after this weekend I should say, and when F1 2017 drops. I'm not going to say anything about what happens throughout the season because I don't want to spoil anything, but if you follow me on Twitter or watch him at Marduk's ASR videos, you will probably know. So that is going to do it for today, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Like I said, that was one of the craziest races I have ever participated in, especially with the championship implications in that race. That was unreal, and I really hope you guys did enjoy it. That was one of the most tense and up and down races I have ever participated in. I still can't really believe what actually happened to this day right now, but I hope you guys did enjoy it. That is going to do it for today, guys. If you did enjoy the video, make sure you do smash a big like on this video. If you are new to the channel, make sure you do subscribe. We are closing in on 2,000 subscribers, which is absolutely crazy, but that's going to do it from me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I've been Fitcho, and I'll see you all next time.